Hi, my name is Guillen. I'm a French teacher in New York City, but I used to work at Bergen High School from February 2011 to June 2013. I'm here today because I am just outraged with all the propaganda that we get in the mail, stating how wonderful the system is, the education system in Bergen, and how great the students are doing and how great the school is doing compared to other schools in the state. This is just all lies. People just believe everything that they see in the propaganda papers from Mayor Sacco, and you could just go to the internet and check online with the Department of Education and you would see the real truth. Bergen High School students are not prepared to go to college, and what is going on behind the curtains is just ugly, and this is why I'm talking today as an educator. I feel it is my duty to let people know what's going on. When I started my work at Bergen, I was thrilled. The students were amazing and I had so many dreams for them. I started teaching French and I was envisioning having an AP French program for the students. I talked to my supervisor about it. I prepared some students for the AP French during my lunchtime. It was voluntary work, and they got a 4 and 5 on the exam, which was the equivalent of 12 college credits. I was thrilled and excited about the idea, but my supervisor really didn't care about the AP French program because all that mattered was politics. After a few weeks of working there, I started being threatened that I had to do politics, that I had to go knock on doors to help Mayor Sacco for elections and for everything. And then I refused. I was upset. I'm from France. I was thinking I'm going to America. I'm going to the United States of America. It's a democracy. I never thought some things like that could be going on in a country like that. So I talked to my colleagues and they told me, honey, this is how it is. Everywhere is the same. You got to do it if you want to be here. We all do it. So I did it for like twice. I went out twice and I felt just like disgusted with myself. I wasn't a citizen, I wasn't voting, and I was being forced to go knock on doors and say Mayor Sacco is great, he's wonderful, and how everything was great, and I was just like very upset with that. After a few weeks, the VP from Bergen High School approached me and she told me, next week is the Mayor's Ball, how many tickets do you want? And I said, when is that? And she told me, I don't remember if it was a Tuesday or Thursday, but I said, oh no, I don't go out during the week. And she told me, I am not asking you if you go out during the week. I am not asking you if you're going to go. You have to buy tickets no matter what, whether you go or not. And I said, how much is it? And she said, $150. And I said, what if I don't? And she told me, well, if you don't, you won't be here next year. And things started being really, really hard for me. I did give $150. I had to go and show up my face, and I was just very uncomfortable with the whole thing. So as the weeks passed by, I felt that huge feeling of injustice when I was looking around me. Some teachers were just playing with their cell phones, printing their documents for their restaurant business, while the kids were just hanging out and playing with their cell phones. Those teachers were getting great reviews by the supervisor, all because they were doing politics. They had gone to the Mayor's Ball, they were knocking on doors and doing everything they were asked to do, except educating the children. This was just outrageous. I couldn't stand seeing that unfairness. The supervisors on election days were never around. They were getting paid for helping at the voting polls. A lot of teachers were asked to go after school and make sure that all the people from the streets voted. I'm going to give you an example. In one of my classes, I had the commissioner's daughter and one of the VP's daughter. I was asked to only give them A's. I was told as a recommendation that they only got A's and that they were honor students. After dealing with all that stuff, I started wondering, how come those people get opportunities? They will go with first honors because they are the commissioner's daughter, they are the VP's daughter, they are related to Sacco or one of the administrators. They will go to college, have scholarships, all that stuff because of their grades. What about everybody else? Can we have a fair system for our students? I was outraged. I started refusing to do all the politics. I was doing my job. They made my life a living hell. They gave me cafeteria duty with over 300 students. When the other teacher was absent, they didn't give me a sub. I was by myself with the kids. Having your children be ready for college and get great opportunities for the future is a possibility. But first, we have to get rid of the unfairness that is going on in the school, and we have to get rid of politics. Do you think it's normal to have teachers walk around and doing politics instead of preparing lesson plans and grading work and do all their teachers' job? I don't think it's right. After I realized that it was probably not everywhere the same, I just refused to do everything that I was asked to do as far as politics was concerned. My supervisor started threatening me, told me that I was going to be observed the following week, and I told him that he was welcome to come to my classroom, that I had no problem with that. In my review, he mentioned that I didn't do any after-school activities, and that's why I was getting a bad review. Not a bad review, but he definitely mentioned that in my thing. So then I was told that I was going to have a hearing at the Board of Education. That day was just too much. I went home, I posted my resume online. 9 minutes after I posted my resume, I got a phone call from a school in New York. I went for the job interview the next day and signed my contract. So then I went back to work, finished the school year, and I didn't really say anything because I was scared. I was scared of retaliation. I never spoke openly about what happened. My students were always asking me, why are you leaving? And I was so scared for even my life that I decided that I wouldn't say anything. I was forced, just like all my colleagues were forced to do things that they don't like to do, just so that Sacco could stay in power. I think that's a dictatorship. It's lasted 3 generations. It's outrageous. As an educator, today, I am coming out of that silence and I am speaking publicly because I feel that we have the right for democracy in North Bergen. I still live in North Bergen and I pay my taxes for an education system that is corrupted, for the township that is corrupted, and it's just my duty to come out and say that I am not scared anymore. And don't be scared anymore, because the day of the elections, you have the power to make a change. You can vote against Sacco and get democracy back for the people of North Bergen. Thank you.